Alright guys, we got the new Surpass motor and ESC installed. Power switch actually mounts on the side of the ESC. And the programmer card I have is actually a Toro card. And it doesn't work with this ESC either. But I did find out Banggood does have a Surpass programming card, which I'm going to have to order. Another $10 and change in shipping. But I'm going to run it the way it is with a 2S, and then we're going to check the motor temp. So I left the motor heatsink off for now, because that's kind of like optional gear anyhow, most of the time. But I want to see what it's going to be like with this gearing. Now, this motor, by the way, I checked the rotor on it, and it is a big rotor. So the Hobby Wing / HSP system that I put in here last time actually had a very small rotor, which a couple of people had mentioned. And 4-pole or not, that little sucker ain't going to haul around this truck properly. But this one should. For one, it's 3900 kV, which is probably a little overkill. And two, it does have a big fat rotor in it, so we're good to go there. And that's the same size rotor as what's in my Surpass 4-pole. I think it's a 3100 kV that's in that one in my Bandit, and I've been beating the snot out of that one like horribly, and even with big tires on that Bandit, and it will not give up. So cross our fingers more. I don't have to do any programming on this ESC, but probably going to anyway, so I'm going to order the card for it, might as well. But let's get this thing outside and try out it and the new stick body. That is actually the same exact body as what came with it, except it was originally green. If you go back into my videos, this one is a new one with like silver flames and black, and I kind of like it a little bit better, so you know, it looks cooler. But anyhow, let's go outside and bash the crap out of this thing and see what happens. Alright guys, let's see what 3900 kV 4-pole is like. This is just a 2-cell battery I took from my wife. It's actually one of the ones she uses in the Summit. Brakes aren't bad. Let's see what reverse is like. Oh, that's going to need to be programmed. That's a really bad reverse. So I'm definitely buying a programmer card. You actually can't even set up the throttle response on this thing without the programmer card. There's no programmer switch on this ESC, which is absolutely stupid. You know, you think they give you a manual way. Even Banggood's website does not tell you that you need a programmer card for this ESC. So I guess you take your best guess, and turns out, yep, you need one. But for forward, it's got plenty of forward speed. Like, this thing is just mental. Well, we still got a range issue. I didn't change my receiver out yet. I checked my batteries in my remote and turned out they were like probably 2-year-old batteries, so I figured to try that first. So I guess I'm going to put in the new receiver that I bought for the truck. So I guess there's a problem with the wire on this one. Wow, that's mental.
Let's do that.
Oh, lost our steering.
Range.
We're good for about 50 feet.
Oh!
Nice. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Let's check the motor temp out for that little bit of bashing. It's got a good high-speed fan in it. Actually, it's only barely warm.
Woo! And no heat sink.
And no heat sink on it. Yeah, it's barely warm.
Good.
So at least we're geared good for this particular motor, and it's got a big fat rotor in it, so it's meant to haul around this truck. Which, I mean, for 110 scale, it's not that big of a truck. I mean, it's smaller than a Slash 110, you know?
Yeah. Plenty of get up.
Oh yeah, it's got lots of get up.
And it landed on its wheels.
Didn't you damage the body any. I know these HSP bodies. Well, no damage to the body yet.
That was quite the car wheel.
I'm going to slow-mo that for the video and the guys. Well, they'll see it already. You definitely have plenty of power. By the way, that clicking you're hearing is the gearing. The mesh is actually set, but it's metal to metal gearing. I never really cared much for metal to metal gearing. There's the brakes. Reverse does kind of suck though. It is beefy on reverse.
Yeah.
Good brakes.
Time.
Definitely do don't very well.
Speaking of which, I'm hungry. Let's have lunch.
These tires are actually really good, by the way, guys. I got these from Bang Good too. They're under the HSP search. They are really good on the dirt. Hope my own 2-cell battery one this year does as nicely as this one. Of course, this one, what's the discharge rate on your battery?
It's 7200 mAh and it's 90C discharge.
Oh, not gonna flip over.
Turtle!
My luck ran out.
Good, he said it. What's the motor temp now?
Not much more. It's a little hotter. A little bit hotter. Wonder how well these things balloon. I'm gonna cover my face just in case. Woo! Oh, the mysterious pizza cutters! Imagine that on 3S.
Holy crap!
It lives! It lives! That's awesome. I love that. Now that's a great little truck. Now have I got a wheel cocked out? Oh, it's loose. Oh yeah, you gotta tighten the nut up. This thing is notorious for loosening its own nuts. And they're nylon. They're nylock nuts. So that's pretty sweet, though. She runs good. Plenty of forward power. Just gotta get that programmer card. I know what I'm gonna be doing this afternoon. Order something else.
Love that styling body, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let me pull the top off for you guys. It's gotta come off anyhow. I'll show you this motor in here. So there's the new motor in ESC. Surpass 4-pole, 3900 kV. Power switch mounts right on the ESC. So if you're trying to fire up the truck this way, it's going to bite you if you're not fast enough. I'm getting quicker. But yeah, so it works great. And that's good. And that's the metal geared servo that came with that HSP thing. But there's the receiver I got to change out. So I'll get to doing that at some point this week. But for now, it works good. It's really good. I'm liking it. It's back in life again and living. So that test worked out quite well, and yeah, that's almost going cold again. It cools down rather quickly, so that's good. So putting the heatsink on there will be really good. But so I would say she's passed this test. I'm not putting 3S through this, only because 3S is just way too much even for these metal axles. If I had CVDs, yeah, I'd definitely go the 3S route, but you know, this truck with its own stock axles, they get destroyed like 2 seconds with a 3S battery.
And Banggood's website said don't use.
Well, they said don't use too big of a battery for the first run, is what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, break in your ESCM motor with a 2S and then go to a 3S.
Yeah,
so,
if you want.
Yeah, if you want to. But not bad for a little 60 amp system. I like that. That's pretty cool. It's worth the money. That was like, what, $50-some?
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad, you know. And that was for the motor and ESC together.
Yeah.
So another $10 and change for a programming card, and I can get my punch levels up, get my brakes and my reverse to where it should be, you know.
Properly, yeah.
Because the reverse is way too weak, you know. Even the HSP trucks, guys, like this, when you buy them brand new with the Hobby Wing systems, the way they program them, the ESC has very poor reverse on it, you know. So, and the punch levels are set low, so you got to reset the punch levels so that you get a little bit more bang for your buck. I would definitely recommend, though, at least 50C or higher for your discharge of your battery in these things, only because they do draw some juice with that metal gearing, you know.
This is what was in it.
This is what was in it. So it's 131 amps, 7200 mAh.
And the 90C's on the other side.
90C should be, yeah, 90C. 90C constant. I don't know what the burst is. I'd have to look it up, but I think the burst is usually double what the constant is. It's bigger than that, anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
it's big.
But that's a good battery, and it's not even warm.
Not even, yeah.
So that's good.
That's for my Summit.
Yes.
Two of them run the Summit.
Her beaster. Now I gotta go recharge her battery that I stole off her.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it. That's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the test run, and it's definitely a success. So Kevy's very happy. That worked out. Now we just gotta wait for my own battery to show up, and then we'll do a test run with the
programming card.
The new battery, and get the programming card for it. Get that all squared away, and we'll be rocking. See you in the next one.